So through my many times of going through social media, I find some dumb stuff. And this is what I mean by the dumb stuff. At no point in time should stuff like this basically exist. It basically states that, oh, would you rather, be in an electric chair or date or marry a black woman, right? And you clear cut see the reactions of all the guys. They decided to take the electric chair, including the preferences decided to do the exact same thing. Crazy to me because people told me before that people outside of the black community love black women, right? I'm going to categorize the other ones there as black up until further notice, because we've been having some infiltration that has taken place, and we have a lot of people that will assume or look black and won't be black. So it's, yeah, that thing. For the young black women out there, and for the black women in general out there that are actually looking for black men, again, if you have guys out there that are clearly telling, they're like, hey, we don't date this, we don't date, you already know who to steer clear from. You already know who not to look for. So stop paying attention. Stop giving direct attention to that segment, right? To that section, because it makes no sense, right? If you directly know that somebody doesn't like you, it doesn't make sense for you to feed into or to give them any type of attention that would, in a sense, amp up or give them the energy that they need in order to show off, like, yeah, this is exactly why, yada, 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 right? You should focus on the other segment of black men who are like, yeah, we love black women. We care about y'all. We want to protect. We want to have families, right? We want to get married and have the happy ending that a lot of people, in a sense, wish for. For the life of me, I don't understand. As a black man, I don't understand why it is that field of black women who are actually looking for black love focus in on people who don't specifically want them, or they vocalize this in a multitude of different ways. Why not zone in, calm your senses, cut all of that out, and just focus in on the hardworking guys that are actually looking for you? That's the only thing I'm saying, right? Because this is a clear cut an example of some demographics out there that feel a certain type of way, right? But this is not automatic when it deals with black men directly out there, right? Dealing with the representation that you have of the ignorance. And again, a lot of these dudes, they tend to follow whatever it is that's trendy or trending, and they'll do all of this other type of stuff in order to get views. And that's another thing too that I try to tell a lot of black women out there. It's like, yo, you're falling for a lot of stuff directly out there. They're doing this directly for views because they know it's going to irk. They know it's going to get on, certain ones' nerves, or in general, might just get on a lot of, black women's nerves if they just so happen to see this or stitch it or whatnot or whatever. And this is why they do it. Because notice, you don't see men doing this to other populations of women. They're doing this to the women that they know are going to have an issue, going to have a problem. They're going to be vocal. You're going to have the dramatics. You're going to have the anger. You're going to have the rage. You're going to feed directly into it, right? Again, it's more effective if you focus in on the guys who are vocally telling you, like, hey, this is what I want. You were the type that I want, and all this other. I don't know. I feel like I'm just going to go in a circle trying to rewrite it, a multitude of different ways just to get the exact same point across, right? Again, all I'm sitting up there saying is, focus on, the people that actually want you. Focus in, if you're a black woman that wants a black man at the end of the day, focus in on the black men that actually want you. Focus in on the black men that deserve you, that love you, that want to get married, want to have a relationship, that will appreciate you, that will value you, right? And I would like to say that that's a message that I don't really hear um, on a lot of platforms, in a sense, right? They might say it every now and again, but it's not a message that people are fixated on, that people really try to, nail home, in a sense. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I just wanted to bring this up because I felt like this was completely stupid. It was nonsensical, and it just wasn't needed. Like I tell people before, it's like, yo, I don't have a problem with people having a preference. I don't. It's the moment in time that your preference It gets so stupid that you decide that you want to speak negatively on something. I say this on this platform every single time. Like, yo, if you're a black woman and you got a preference for everybody else, don't speak negatively on black men. If you're a black man and you got a preference or preferences, don't speak negatively on black women. Like I said before. And what do we see here? We see all of these dudes speaking negatively on who? Black women. They could talk about anybody else. They could focus on anything else. But this is what they decide to sit up there and do. Again, it's trifling and it's stupid. It's almost in the same vein as the argument where a lot of women want to sit up there and state that, oh, would you, rather be around men or would you rather choose the bear? And then women are like, I'll choose the bear. And I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. But I guess I get it to an extent, but again, it doesn't make any type of sense because at the end of the day, even when it deals with that one with women choosing a bear, 9 times out of 10, a lot of dudes are not even out here really focusing and paying attention to women like that. Guys walk by women every single day. Literally, a guy can sit up there and throw a dime, and he's going to sit up there and hit a woman with that dime. That's the frequency of the amount of women directly out here, because people tend to forget there are more women out here than there are men, and that's why a lot of these arguments that happen online, they get kind of stupid, right? But yeah, like I said before, if you got a preference, that's cool. Go in whatever corner that you're in and hold down that preference. At the end of the day, don't sit up there and down talk and downtrod and try to talk negatively about, the women or the men in your respective communities because you have this such and such preference. If your preference is so great, there's no reason to compare them to anybody else. But obviously, when you have to do a comparison, when you have to do a tit for tat type of deal, your preference is lacking, and you got to sit up there and knock some things off of another individual in order to show how great your preference is. If your king is a king, you don't have to talk about nobody else because everything is already stated. If the woman that you with is quote unquote a queen, don't nothing need to be stated. It is what it is. Her presence, the way that she walks, the way that she carries herself, states all of that without her even speaking. But the problem is a lot of people never actually met somebody like that in real life. So this is why you have people doing this tit for tat directly on social media online. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below about this very small micro trend. And I will see you guys in the next video.